A very warm welcome to the Monmore Sales here today. And we do have a few alterations which I can run through. And away we go. A slight break in front there from Gaytime Char, who will just lead into the turn. Matched for Peso by Gaytime Aldo. And these are neck and neck coming out of the second turn now. As they go down the far side, Gaytime Char just starting to edge on now and has around about a length and a half lead at the third turn. Gaytime Char from Gaytime Aldo as they turn off the last bend now and up towards the line. Gaytime Char seeing out really well, wins by about 3.5 lengths in the end and got to the front, edged away at the second turn and scored nicely.
Result of the first 12, 2 big 5 by 4 1/4. Winning time was 29:08, 29:08. Sectional time for Gaytime Char 4:60 and Gaytime Aldo 4:62. Second trial now is Monmore Sales and Tisco.
So that result of the first trial, there was a win for Trap 2 Gaytime Char, won in a 29:08, 29.08, 29:08, and beat Gaytime Aldo by 4 1/4 lengths. That one clocked 29.43 over the line. The sectionals, incidentally, there, Char 4:60 and Aldo 4:62. And we're off and away in trial 2 with Awful Hurry, the first to show, flying into that first turn and setting up a 4-length lead already. Awful Hurry, she is in a hurry here down the back straight and already has a 5 or 6 length lead. And into the third turn now, going great guns now, and has left Tiz Tough in her wake. She was an impressive winner only at the weekend, and she's going to go and score very, very nicely indeed here. Good performance from Awful Hurry. And the result of trial 2 was first track 1 Awful Hurry, won by 11.5 lengths in 28.46 to 8.46. Tis Tough was second. They did a 29.38 over the line. The section was 4.44 and 4.56. So the hare runs for trial 3. And away we go. And the first to show is Bred in the Purple, who's stormed into the lead early doors. Side Shuffle just rather missed it coming out the boxes. A better bend there for Side Shuffle, who's now gone on. And Bred in the Purple didn't handle it too well at all. Going now into that penultimate bend. And Side Shuffle has around about a 6-length lead over Bred in the Purple. As they come off the last turn now, Side Shuffle will go on and score quite easily in the end from Bred in the Purple. The results of trial 3 was first track 3 Side Shuffle, won in 29.80 and beat Bred in the Purple by 8 3/4. That one clocked 30.51. The sectionals were 5 dead and 4.78. The next trial is trial 4. Track 4 is Tremora Blue, who beat his rival Ivy Hill Viper in a trial at Limerick back on the 28th of May. Ivy Hill Viper will wear the stripes here. Tremora Blue is a September 23 son of Ballymac Cash Out. The Feb 24 youngster, Grangeview 10, is Ivy Hill Piper. So head runs. And away and racing. And the youngster comes flying out the boxes and leads into the first turn. Ivy Hill Viper has around a length lead now from up on the inside Tremora Blue, who now strikes the front, takes the tighter line down the far side. Tremora Blue then going on and leading by about 3 lengths now from Ivy Hill Viper. And as they come off the last bend, Tremora Blue is just edging away in the closing stages for a resounding victory and wins nicely in the end. Tremora Blue, good effort there to beat Ivy Hill Viper, in that form from Limerick is confirmed.
Four metres 6 by 5 1/4, winning time 28.70 to 8.70. Sectional times 4.57, 4.49. Two dog Tron Romantic Love and Dance Ribbon. Yeah, middle and two.
Result of trial 5 there was a win for Trap 2 Romantic Love in the 29.26, 29.26, and beat Dance Ruby by 3 lengths. The sexuals there 4.57 and 4.58. The next trial is trial 6, Magical Be Kind, lot 11. The daughter of Ballymac Cash Out at Burgess Sarah. And Trap 6 is Magical Todd, lot 12. Just coming out onto the track from the paddock area. Patrick Guilford responsible for this pair. Magical Be Kind has just had 3 marks on her card. The last was a solo over the 4-bend trip at Limerick. Clocked to 28.94, which would probably be about an A2 time, I fancy. Magical Be Kind's sister actually won last night at Shelburne Park. Magical Todd is a May 23. He's a Dorota's Wildcat. Had a Magical Poppy, really well bred. Hair runs then. For trial 6. There will be a break after this trial. And away we go. And flying out the boxes, Magical Be Kind will lead early doors and go on by a couple of lengths already from Magical Todd, who took that bend rather well, it has to be said, in behind. Now down the far side, Magical Be Kind, seeing a middle to rails course, has around about a 2.5 length lead from Magical Todd. He's trying to make a trial of it coming off the last turn now. Magical Be Kind, still with a length or so's lead. Here he comes thundering up on the outside of the brindle's got to get there. Magical Todd got up right where it mattered and beat Magical Be Kind, his kennel mate, and went on to go, 4 lengths clear at the drop. The results of trial 6 was first Trap 6 Magical Todd, who won in 28.89 to 8.89 and beat Magical Be Kind by 3/4 of a length. She recorded 28.95. The splits there, Magical Be Kind did 4.53, Magical Todd did 4.60. There will now be a short break while the track is regraded. So just looking at that, a review of the first session that we had while the tractor's going round. Awful Hurry obviously catches the eye with that 28.46, but was mighty impressive in Cork just last Saturday when winning by a very, very wide margin indeed, and had a nice scalp, a couple of scalps in behind, to be fair. A couple of youngsters that have trialled well, notably were the last trial where Magical Be Kind showed a nice turn of early did that 4:53 split and got to the front, but she was just reeled in by her kennel mate, slightly older version, DeRosa's Wildcat and Magical Poppy. But of course, Magical Poppy stayed well herself, and he came home and won in 28.89. There's more to come after the break. Ready for the next trial then?
Hands running.
Trial 7 is trap 3 Flashing Melody and trap 6 2 for the ditch. Of course, Flashing Melody's brother is Flashing Fender. And she missed the kick leaving the boxes. It was 2 for the ditch, the first to show, and has a 2-length split into the first turn. Flashing Melody is trying to now make a bit of a move down the far side, but it is 2 for the ditch, who's gone on. Around about 3 lengths clear now from Flashing Melody in behind. Now starts to pick up, looks for a way pass, looking for inside, looking for outside, but can't make her mind up. Now she's got clear daylight and powers down the lane to get up and win by a good 3 lengths in the end from 2 for the ditch, who popped out the boxes and couldn't quite hold the late thrust of Flashing Melody. And the result of trial 7 was first trap 3 Flashing Melody, winning in 29.37, 29.37. Second trap 6, 2 for the ditch, 29.56. Won by 2 1/4 there, Flashing Melody. The sectionals 4.66 and 4.53. Next trial is trial 8. 2 greyhounds, both young, very, very young indeed, babies in fact, with no marks on the card at all. They're just coming out from the paddock onto parade. Trap 2 is Full Monty, who is a blue brindle son of Ballymac Anton, out of Ballymac Not To You, April 24. Very, very young indeed. And trap 6 is She's Got Style, a daughter of Ballymac Finn out of Endurance, a March 24 pup. Loaded up then.
Hands running.
Hair's on the move. Hair behind traps. And away we go. First to show is She's Got Style, with a slick break from the boxes and has a length and a half lead already. But making ground fast is Full Monty, who's trying to challenge now out the second turn. And just leading out the second turn is She's Got Style. Full Monty, with this challenge into the penultimate bend and has now just edged on by 3 parts. Full Monty then, he found a way through at the third bend. He's kicked away and he's gone, put clear daylight between himself and She's Got Style. Full Monty wins by about 3 lengths in the end from She's Got Style. And it was impressive. Very impressive. And the result of trial 8 was first trap 2 Full Monty, who won in 29.36, 29.36, and beat She's Got Style by 3 3/4. She's Got Style clocking 29.67. Sectionals there down the car 4.71 and 4.60. We now move on to trial 9. And this is a solo for Amazing Charmer. And away we go. Amazing Charmer, moving middle on the track. So 3 or 4 would suit admirably for this Amazing Charmer, who's the son of Ballyhemmick and Jet out of Billy's Diva. Really nicely bred. June 23 woke with marks on his card in A2 company. An Amazing Charmer now spinning off the last turn. Again, steering that middle course and going on to score. Just looking actually his form behind Doro Star in that A2 stake in Cork was very, very good indeed. So nice performance there from Amazing Charmer. 28.25 here at Monmore Green, which is the fastest time of the day so far, usurping Awful Hurry in that second trial, and also the split of 4.42 has topped Awful Hurry's 4.44 as well. So a nice performance from the son of Ballyhemmick and Jet and Billy's Diva. Next trial is trial 10. Trap 4 is Tremora Twink. And trap 6 is Tremora Cracker. From the No Hair kennel. Hair's on the move then for trial 10. And away we go. And Tremora Cracker is like a firecracker out of the traps and goes into a 2.5 length lead already from Tremora Twink, who's in behind. Runs the bends quite well, does Tremora Cracker, and down the far side, still maintaining the gallop, and extends away here by around about 4 lengths from Tremora Twink. Tremora Tracker, a quick away dog from Flagfall, but here she comes, Tremora Twink. She's trying to bridge the gap and challenge near the line. Got past straightway after, but I think he might just have held on, Tremora Cracker, but it was a nice performance from the pair of those Noel Hare inmates. So the result of trial 10 was first trap 6, Tremora Cracker, held on by a short head in 29.36. Tremora Twink, their clock in 29.37. The sectionals were 4.67 and 4.50 for Tremora Cracker. The next trial is trial 11. Droopy's Arrival is in box 3, lot 21, and lot 22 in trap 6 is Droopy's Runaway. Droopy's Arrival is King Sheeran Skirk Mishap, a Feb 24 pup. No marks on his card. And Droopy's Runaway is Dramana Bucko out of Droopy's Lorry, and March 24, slightly younger. So Hare runs then for trial 11. They're behind boxes now. And off we go. And Droopy's Arrival has popped out nicely. Kind of moved a little bit middle to wide almost on the run to the turn. Droopy's Runaway is around about 4 lengths down, coming out the second bend. And it is Droopy's Arrival now, who's quickened on, gone well clear into the third turn by about 6 lengths now from Droopy's Runaway. Again, steering sort of middle to wide is Droopy's Arrival, whereas Droopy's Runaway is more middle to rails, up towards the line. And scores by around about 3.5 lengths in the end, maybe. Droopy's Arrival beats Droopy's Runway. Result of trial 11 was first track 3 Droopy's Arrival, 29.04, 29.04. Second trap 6 Droopy's Runaway, 29.33, won by 3.5 lengths did Droopy's Arrival. The sectional, good for a pup, 4.53 and 4.67. Next trial is trial 12. There is an alteration in this trial. Track 5 track 5 audience has been withdrawn, so lot 24 been withdrawn, and the new runner here will be lot 40, moved up from trial 20. Once in a Lifetime will now run in box 5 in this next trial. So still a 2-dog trial for trial 12. Trap 3 is the Short Hall, lot 23, who's unraced, daughter of Drummond Tyne out of Penny's Lauren, April 24 puppy. Hair runs. And away we go. Best break was from Once in a Lifetime up on the outside to lead by just over a length into the first turn. Just hopped over the back there, did the Short Hall, showing signs of greenness and ultra wide out the second bend. Down the back straight, Once in a Lifetime is quick and clear and has around about a 6 or 7 length advantage from the youngster, showing all signs of greenness in behind the Short Hall. And as they turn for the judge and up towards the line now, Once in a Lifetime is going to win by a wide margin in the end. And you have to say that the young pup in trap 3 got a little bit lost around the first 2 turns. Result of trial 12 was first trap 5 Once in a Lifetime, lot 41. Trial 12 by 11 3/4 in a winner's time of 29.19, 29.19. And the Short Hall clocked to 30.13. The sectionals down the card were 4.83 and 4.74. So there will be a tractor break, and it will be watered and bowsed as well at the halfway stage of our trials session here today. And of course, we can just go back and look at trial 9 and that solo for Amazing Charmer, who was very impressive in the Cork A2 stake last month, but today clocked a 4.42 sectional and the fastest of the day so far, 28.25. So they're ready to resume now. The greyhounds at the boxes then for the next trial, trial 13. A Crossfield Roger is in trap 3 and Crossfield Piper in 5.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, right.
Crossfield Roger did a 28.53 trial at the weekend. Crossfield Piper won a 2-dog sprint in the 17.78 just the other day. So decent prep. Off and away we go. And these are locked together going into the first turn. From the inside, Roger shows the better pace though and hits the front now. Coming out of the second bend, he's skipping on here and gone 2.5 lengths clear at the halfway stage ahead of Crossfield Piper. And now Crossfield Roger steering that sort of middle course and Piper more on the inside as they turn for the judge. Crossfield Roger is maintaining the gallop well. He's by a good 4 lengths in the end, I'd say. Crossfield Piper just couldn't get to grips with the pace shown by Roger. Trial 13. The result there was first track 3 Crossfield Roger won in 28.68. He won by 4 lengths and Crossfield Piper clocked a 29 dead. And the sectionals were identical there, 4.55 and 4.55. Next trial, trial 14, is lot 27 Sporting Inca running from trap 3. He has no marks in his card. These are brothers, Jan 24 litter by the way, and Sporting Sonnet. Sorry, the brother and sister. Sporting Sonnet, the sister trial in this trial 14 is lot 28, and no marks on the card for this pair. Here runs for trial 14.
He's running.
And away we go. Better break from Sporting Inca in the early stages to lead narrowly over the line for the first time. Sporting Inca by a couple of lengths now, coming out the second bend, going on from Sporting Sonnet. So go down the far side. So around about a 3-length lead now into the third turn for Sporting Inca, who's led from Flagpool and gone on just kind of edging away in the closing stages, maintaining this gallop, good railing technique as well, and has gone on to score nicely. Results 12-14 was first track 3 Sporting Inca, won in 29.43, 29.43. Won by 5 lengths, beat Sporting Sonnet, who did a 29.83. The sectionals were 4.66 and 4.69. Greyhounds at the boxes then for the next trial. Trial 15. Trap 2 is Crest of Fire. No marks on her card. She's a Cordovani Hoffer bitch out of New in Peaches, March 24. Very young puppy. And Trap 6, Book Me In, lot 30. Actually, I remember seeing this dog trial well in Yarmouth, but he didn't make his reserve on that occasion. So he's a Grangeview 10 out of Oi U penalty as well, Feb 24. So maybe hoping for better here in trial 15 here at Monmore. The hare runs. And away we go. Book Me In has missed the kick on this occasion. And the first to show into the bend is Crest of Fire. Crest of Fire railing quite nicely. Comes out the second turn. And now he's headed by the middle gears of Book Me In, who's hit the front now. Down the far side, racing to a 2-length lead. Book Me In then from Crest of Fire off the last and final turn. And he's just edging away now in the closing stages. Book Me In win bids for about 4 lengths in the end. And that was after missing the kick. So impressive turn of pace from Book Me In. Results are trial 15 was first trap 6 Book Me In, who won in 28.98 to 8.98. Distances 4.5 lengths. The sectionals were 4:47 and 4:54. Now, just to let you know, in this next trial, there is a switch in trap draw. So Good Kodiak is now in the blue of 2, and Charming Delight is in the orange of 5. So we've got a trap draw switch here for Maria and John Jr. Kennedy. Her approaches. And they're away. And Good Kodiak missed the kick. Charming Delight gets a better break up on the outside. And she has chopped across and hit the front now. Goes on out the second turn. Down the far side, it is Charming Delight in the orange, who's gone around about 2 lengths clear from Good Kodiak, who's trying to come with a run coming off the last turn now. Charming Delight, all out now with Good Kodiak lunging. Didn't quite get there though. She held on in the end. Charming Delight from box 5 has made all. Results trial 16 was first, trap 5 Charming Delight, 1 in 29 dead, 29.00, and beat trap 2 Good Kodiak by half a length. That one clocked to 29.05. Charming Delight did a 4:53 sectional, and Good Kodiak did a 4:60. Next trial is trial 17. And they're away. She just stumbled at leaving the boxes, Montine Delta, and into the turn, Montine Ruby, who's come across and rails nicely at the first bend and has led. Down the back straight, goes on now by just about a length. And up on the outside is Delta, trying to make a challenge here and just pokes ahead in front around the last two bends. But back on the inner is Montine Ruby up towards the line. Delta going on, just goes on by about half to 3 parts in the end, and now has kicked on and asserted. So 2 young puppies there. Result trial 17 was first trap 2 Montine Delta, 29.66. The second trap 5 Montine Ruby, 29.71, won by half a length there. The sectionals 4.59 and 4.52. So next trial is trial 18, Autumn Fleet, and track 5 is Active Hill. And away we go then. The first to show for the boxes is Autumn Fleet, who's shown a better early dash into the turn from Active Hill, who's already 5 lengths behind. Autumn Fleet then steering a middle course and has gone on to maintain the gallop down the far side, extending away actually now probably 7 lengths clear at the third turn. Autumn Fleet from Active Hill, who's not really been able to get into this trial 18 and up towards the line. Autumn Fleet is running right away in the closing stages and winning quite nicely in the end.
That 7.5 told me, was it?
Result trial 18 was first track 2 Autumn Fleet, won in 29.21, 29.21, won by 7.5 lengths, beat Active Hill, who clocked at 29.86. Sectionals there 4.56 and 4.69. There'll now be a short break while the track is regraded. So while this tractor break is going on, just to recap the previous trial session there, Crossfield Roger clocked at 28.68. We'd already said he'd done a nice trial in Cork last Friday as well. So he seems to be a youngish greyhound going well. He's well bred as well, Droopy Sydney. And maybe a notable effort as well from Book Me In, who rather missed the kick. He led it the first turn when he was in the Yarmouth sale, but he missed the kick today and he showed great determination and pace to go and clock 28.96 when winning trial 15. So hair running for our next trial, trial 19, where they're away in a bullet break from Sporting Legion and crosses straight for the rails, but leads into the first turn quite comfortably from Sporting Metro. As they come out the second turn now, Sporting Legion with a lead of around about 3 lengths from Sporting Metro, who's trying to pick up now going into the third turn. Sporting Legion, though, with a narrow advantage from Sporting Metro, who's trying to come with a run now, hits the front off the last turn. Strong running performance from the youngster, goes on to score by a good 3 lengths or so in the end. Legion leads, Metro comes and claims. Result of trial 19, first trap 2, Sporting Metro wins in 29.36. Second trap 4, Sporting Legion by 3 1/4 lengths, 29.63 that one clock. The sector was 4.77, 4.58. Now in the next trial we have an alteration here. You know that Once in a Lifetime was moved forward to trial 12. Well, Ard Macha Abu will now run from box 4, I believe, and we've got an additional runner is Reserve D, Track 1, Sing Along Dawn. So on the reserve page, you can find the form for Sing Along Dawn, who will run from the inside draw, and Ard Machu Abba is in opposition here as Once in a Lifetime, who was originally going to be in this trial, was moved forward. Okay, greyhounds are now gathering behind the boxes then, so this next trial is Trap 1, Reserve D, Sing Along Dawn, and Trap 4 now is Ard Macha Abu. Wave the flag, and the hare now runs for trial 20. Hare behind traps, and away we go. Fairly level line between the pair of them as they race into the first turn. The better early dash from Ard Abu. Macha Abu down the far side has just gone a bit wide there at the second bend from Sing Along Dawn, who's taken the tighter line now into the penultimate turn. Again, just moves a little bit wide, Ard Macha Abu, and is now allowed Sing Along Dawn up on the inside. Sing Along Dawn's gone on now, just from 4 Ard Matcher Abu. Not too much between them, but she is keeping on in the closing stages. Result of trial 20. First trap won the reserve D, Sing Along Dawn. Won in 29.19, 29.19, and beat trap 4, Ard Matchu Abu by 4 lengths. The sexuals there were 4.58 and 4.48. Our next trial is trial 21. Trap 3 is Rambling Home. The son of Dramana Bucko out of Oh There Sky. October 23 Walt. Just had the 1 mark on the card in an 1-0-2 contest, but got badly balked when challenging at the first turn. And there's Spree to Seed is in trap 5 here, lock 42, with no marks on the card. The son of Droopy Sydney out of Droopy's Newsy, September 23 Walt, so still a puppy. all locked and loaded. Started waves his flag,
Hare's running.
and the hare is now on the move for trial 21. And away we go. Fairly level break between the pair of them. And as they cross the line, maybe just rambling home up on the inside, and that one would just about lead at the first turn, but kind of seemed to lose the action and the footing a little bit at the second bend, and handed the initiative to Esprit de Cid. Into the third turn now. Esprit de Cid has gone on, right about 2 lengths clear, steering a wide course from Rambling Home, who's tighter on the inside, up towards the line. Not much to choose between the pair of them, maybe 3 parts in the end, but Esprit de Cid has held on from Rambling Home, who came back for more after just seemed to lose the footing a little bit between the first and second bends.
Times on the cards 29.47 and 29.42. 5 beat 3 by half a length. And the sectionals are 64 and 65. 5 beat 2 by half a length, 29.42, 29.42. 2 got drawn out, Amazing Heather, Epic Susan. 460. Sectionals 464, 465. Which one can lead, Steve? Avoid leg 2. Next one's around.
Results trial 21 was first track 5, Esprit de Cid. Won in a 29.42, 29.42. And beat Rambling Home by half a length. That one clocked to 29.47. The sectionals down the card 464 and 465. Our next trial is trial 22. Trap 2 is Amazing Heather, lot 43. A daughter of Serene Ace, Jan 24, puppy out of Flaming Sahara. And Good Jasmine, her sister, is lot 44, running from box 5 in the same trial. This is one from the Kennedys here. And away we go. And it is the first to show. Amazing Heather from Good Jasmine. So Epic Susie is in box 5 and she's hit the front now. Epic Susie going on from Amazing Heather. Epic Susie was trouble. Something happened there at the third turn. And Epic Susie has been left well clear. Epic Susie beats Amazing Heather, who just got involved at the third turn. Runs then for trial 23 with Tremora Force, the first to show from Tremora Diamond. Tremora Force has now gone on by around about 3 lengths. So on a Ballymac cash out down the far side, has a good advantage here at the halfway stage. Good 5 or 6 clear from Tremora Diamond. As they reach the third turn, Tremora Force, who was a winner second in a trial recently at Limerick, has gone on and won this trial quite convincingly in the end by a good 5 lengths. So a couple of results to catch up with then. In trial 22, there was a change. Trap 5 Epic Susie won the trial in 29.90, 29.90, won by 10 lengths and beat Amazing Heather, who was involved in a bit of trouble there at the third turn. Sectional 454, 453. In trial 23, just gone there, Tremora Force was an all-the-way winner in 28.92 and beat Tremora Diamond, the litter brother, by 4 3/4 lengths. That one clock to 29.39 over the line. The sectionals there, 455 and 468. The next trial is trial 24. And Crossfield Jess is in trap 2, and she's come out and led in the early stages from Crossfield Zach, who's now showing pace. And after a 28.39 trial just last Friday at Cork, is now showing his mettle. Coming out of the second turn and racing clear down the far side is Crossfield Zach going on and going great guns into the third turn now. He's some 3 lengths clear from Crossfield Jess, both by Droopy Sydney, and they're both August 23 whelps. And up towards the line
2 lengths, got up 28.99. The sections there were 451 and 447 overnight. Had a decent run there. That's good, Zach. And again, an impressive trial in the last round. Valley didn't convict, he would have